Hello, humans on all the spectrums. What you're about to see is an amazing discussion. The Tavern Talk crew reacts to Amazon's announcement that Natasha O'Keeffe is playing Landfear. So we got Jansen Ashley Haynes, who is an Hollywood actor. We have Tom DeKmoon from DragonReader. We have Beth Doman from Doman YouTube channel. And you're going to love this conversation. So please, if you like this type of content, give us a like and subscribe and enjoy the show. Announcement this week, we have a casting leak that was confirmed by WOT series. Landfear is going to be on season 2 and she will be played by Natasha O'Keeffe. I want to get your thoughts. Let's break it down a little bit. First off, amazing that Landfear is coming in season 2. I don't know how you guys feel about her. She's one of my favorite characters.
Like she's a great actor. Like one of my favorite shows in the recent couple of years has been Peaky Blinders, and she's been in it since she was in like a couple episodes in season 1, I think, and then like a smattering throughout. But she's been in a bunch in the last 2 or 3 seasons.
All right, so she was she the person who went to America? Who was Thomas Shelby's like?
She plays a character called Lizzie.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. I didn't recognize her as such. I like that character a lot. I like her a lot now.
She's a very good actor. She's awesome. I think she's going to play the part very, very well.
Jansen, have you ever acted with any of these people that are on this show so far? Never. It's a wide field.
And I'm not surprised because a lot of them are young. We have a very young cast.
A lot of them are young. A lot of them are British, but I have not worked with any of them. I suspect that that's probably going to change soon, especially now that they are all starting to come over here and do more American films. Like just like seeing Yosha in Gran Turismo. You know, he's the pretty much like the bad guy of the episode of the film. So, you know, watching him in that and understanding what casting directors do gave me a different spin on Rand, actually. Rand's going to be a very dark character in this. I think he's going to be very dark.
So you think he's going to be less angsty and more dark?
Oh, yeah. I think he's going to be very dark.
Yeah.
I think that Natasha O'Keeffe is going to play this role very darkly as well.
Well, are we all in agreement that in the sizzle reel we saw an image of a bloody hand? Are we all in agreement that we think that is Landfear being brought out from the board? Okay.
It's Forsaken. It's got to be Landfear, but I mean, like, they could be messing with us and make it somebody else.
Yeah, I think they're messing with us the whole thing. I think they're completely messing with us about everything, even. I don't think anything we've seen is going to be what we think it is. And I actually like that. Because it gives me something new about the Wheel of Time.
By the way, guys, we have Andro here. We have MrHowley's here. Murns is here. We got Oliver's ears. We got the band's back together. We're getting the group back together.
I know. We got a little group in Discord. I wish our European friends would have better lighting, but we'll talk about that after. No, I'm happy to hear that you guys know her work. She was in Sherlock Holmes also.
Yep. Well, Sherlock.
Oh, yes, she was.
She was in one episode, I think. Yeah, one episode of Sherlock. She played. It was a Christmas special, and she played like the Black Widow bride that murdered the husband or whatever, something like that. I remember the end of the episode. I'll see if I can find a picture. It's like a whacked out, crazy looking like face with like a gun aiming at the camera. I'll see if I can find a picture.
I was not surprised at all that she got cast at all, or that she was Landfear, because for about 42 seconds right after her casting, if you went to her Wikipedia page, she was listed as Celine on the Wheel of Time, and it was taken down almost immediately. But people were like, "This is Elida. This is Elida." I'm like, "Nope, dude.
No, she's Celine. Yeah,
totally going to be Landfear." And so when they finally announced it, and I don't know why. I feel like I'm the only person who ever saw that, because I've asked a million people. Like, do you remember this? Did you guys see this?
I wish you recorded it.
I should have taken a freaking screenshot of it or something. I didn't think. I mean, of course, back then I didn't. Who would have thunk, right?
So, Beth, do you think this suggests then that our Forsaken are not going to use disguises?
Well, I think for Selene, people who don't read the books don't know who they are, who Selene is. So
I don't know if they're going to like make her look younger, or anything like that, but I think that they're going to definitely do something disguise-wise, definitely. And
I don't even think that. I think what's going to happen is at the end, the very end, the last episode, you're just going to think that she's a random person. You're never going to see her talking to Ishamael this entire season. And then at the end, she's going to show up. And to Min, if they use that thing that happens in Falma, she's like, I'm Lanfear girl. And take care of him. I think that's how you're going to find out she's who Lanfear is. Does that make sense? Like I think for the average show watcher, not a book reader, it's going to be
something they've been doing on the show that they did not do in the book is, in the book, they played up the Forsaken. You heard like snippets about them and how, so you got to kind of know them a little bit before we even found them, before we even saw Agenor and Bothamel at the end of the Eye of the World. We had already known a little bit about the Forsaken, and they kind of did that a little bit in the one episode about the Warders. They did that a little bit, but they didn't do a lot of it. They haven't given us the thoughts of, oh my God, that's something to be scared of. Like they grazed it.
Right. It's not steeped in.
Yeah.
They haven't really gotten into the lore, the backstory of how dangerous they really are. I see that being like a cold opens, like. Anyway, I keep hearing Discord chimes in my ears.
That's me, and I can't stop it.
If you go into the
you can
settings
deafen
on
Discord. You can deafen Discord.
You could also just turn on streamer mode, and it'll mute all the things that need to be muted for a streamer.
Okay, I'll look at that thing.
In the settings, there's a thing called streamer mode. Just turn it on.
It's fine. I just hear it. I keep looking at my own Discord, thinking, "What the hell is happening?"
Me too. I was like, "Did I do that?" For the most part in book one, the Forsaken are talked about like they're the boogeymen, like they're used to scare children. We didn't get a lot of details about them early on, but they do mention them a lot, and they use their names and or at least some of them to as ways to we heard stories about Lanfear and blah 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 blah.
They're scared little boys when they were in their beds. And
yeah. My mom used to see, I think Matt told a story about like his mother trying to scare him with Lanfear's name or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
She'll fuck your brains out.
Yeah. But
Watch out.
The other thing that I wanted to point out about the bloody hand and the boy and all that stuff is, I really am leaning really hard toward my theory that I had like a while back about the Eye of the World being one of 7 locations around Sheol. Yeah. And really what confirmed it for me was when Michael Livingston his book came out. That was literally one of the early ideas that Robert Jordan had.
For
the thing. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, that's
when I read that or listened to it, because I listened to the audiobook of Michael Livingston's book.
Who read it?
I was like, fuck yes, book cloaks, fuck you, because they are staying freaking true to the essence of Robert Jordan. They're using his ideas, his early concepts to bring the show to life. So fuck you, book cloaks.
Exactly.
Neener.
Who read the
How do you spell Neener?
It's like wiener, but with an N.
Okay.
No, 3 E's.
Okay.
3 E's.
It's Neener. Neener.
Okay.
It's
That's
not
how you spell
Wiener. It's Neener. Sorry, okay, I'm done. I dare somebody to turn that into a GIF. Neener. Tom's on it. Watch.
I will.
Tom's like, give me 2 minutes. Click.
As soon as this episode is over, download, cut. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I like her. I mean, like, I won't be 100% convinced that she is playing Lanfear until Amazon announces it, but if, 80% sure.
Yeah.
Has WOT series been wrong?
Leaks are usually right. Because
they could also be feeding them the leaks. We don't know.
If they're wrong too much, no one's going to believe anybody. Like, usually they're right.
Yeah. The one thing that is gaining traction, because Natasha O'Keeffe has been announced as Lanfear, is Shohreh Aghdashloo being cast as Elida, which I am not on board with.
I heard that too, and they released that one picture where she was in like a red dress or something.
I'm just not there.
I don't like that either. I hope not.
I don't either. I need her to be Cad Swain. I just need her to be Cad Swain.
Can you explain more? Because we have.
So there's just a lot of talk on Twitter of Time, and Critter XD on her TikTok channel has done some hypothesize that now that Natasha O'Keeffe has not been announced as cast as Elida, it is entirely possible that Shohreh might have been cast as Elida. I'm not on board with that.
I know why.
I can see it.
You know why she would be cast as a line. You know why?
She looks amazing.
Badass.
Very formidable.
You know why? Because Elida gets more face time. She's an actress, and she's going to be she's a lead, and Elida gets more lead time in the book than Catswin would.
Oh, good point.
Well, what if they were to? But they could
combine them.
What if they merged Cad Swain and Elida?
That's what I was thinking too.
I could see that, but I'm telling you, like, if they cast her, they're casting her as a lead. She's not.
I agree.
She's not going to be just a cameo actress.
Right. I mean, she's going to be amazing. Whatever role she plays, she's going to bring it to life, no matter what she does. But because she was so heavily embraced by the fandom as Cad Swain when all of that stuff was going around, she has become my headcanon for Cad Swain now. So if it doesn't happen, I'm fine with it, because the fact that she is just, I've been a fan of hers for years, from multiple genres. I've talked about her before. She is a prolific voice actor in video games and animation. She also does, she was also in The Expanse, which is one of the absolute best sci-fi series ever published for the small screen. And she is going to be one of the main characters in the next Assassin's Creed game that's coming out later this year. So I am all in for her no matter what she plays. She could play like a tavern wench and I'd be happy, because it's Shohreh Aghdashloo.
You're
I have someone else I'd like to see, that I think could play Catswin, that I could see them casting as Catswin other than her, and that's Kate Mulgrew.
Oh my god, I would die. I would literally die if Kate Mulgrew got on this show.
I think she's perfect for everything about her is perfect for Cats. That's like, she's typecast for Cats.
Oh my god, I would have an aneurysm right here on the floor.
That's Red from Orange is the New Black.
No, Kate Mulgrew is Captain Janeway from Star Trek, and she's the voice of.
Oh, right. Okay.
She also does the voice of one of the gods in Dragon Age franchise. She is amazing.
Utterly plastic.
I would die. I would be on the floor. You guys would have to find someone else to take my place, because
she's one of the original Stella Adler.
She was Red, by the way, in Orange is the New Black.
She was?
Is there a better tweet than these? By the way,
no, there's not in the fandom. No,
the fans say we need to talk. Girl, I'm in.
Yes, I remember when this happened, and I literally almost had a heart attack. That's Kate Mulgrew. Did you ever watch Star Trek Voyager?
Yeah.
No.
Did you ever?
No.
Did you ever play Dragon Age?
No,
yes.
I'm telling you, she's as good as it gets.
Yeah, she's great. She's a great actor.
As good as it gets.
I can see her as a Catswin.
Absolutely.
So wait. So you played Dragon Age?
Yes.
Do you remember Flemeth? Flemeth was the ageless witch that stole the souls of the young women. Morrigan joins your party, and she was her mother. Flemeth was her mother. in the game. And if you play Dragon Age, the original one, you met her. But then when you play Dragon Age Inquisition, you actually find out that she's an elven goddess. And Kate Mulgrew voices her. And it was like, my mind was blown. That is not a good picture. That's 2010. That's 2010. That's the first game. It's not a good picture. Anyway.
The witch queen of the Twitch stream. That's what I'm saying. I don't remember.
Much better. That is Flemeth. That is a much better picture of Flemeth. That's 2015.
I don't remember any characters of anything.
We're not here to talk about Kate Mulgrew.
Amazing. Well, thank you for that. I just wanted to get everyone's reactions to the news about Lanfear. I'm stoked at this conversation.